On Kantis Simmons, and welcome to this live tonight. And we're going to be talking about, is college worth it? Yeah, yes to college or no to college. Now, if you're watching this live, let me know in the chat box where you are representing from. I know we have people live here on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I guess it was called Twitter. I guess it's called X now, LinkedIn. And we are super duper excited that you are here tonight. As you guys are jumping in now, I believe that there are a lot of different opinions where going to college is concerned or choosing to go to college is concerned. And I would love to hear your feedback. Now, one of the things that I always do when we start off with these lives is we make this statement, and I believe this statement, and I want to encourage you to consider what I'm about to say. And the statement is this: this will be my best school year ever. Yep, this will be my best school year ever. Now, if you believe that this will be your best school year ever, hey, drop it in the chat box or just say best school year, right? Or BSY. I guess it's BSYE, right? Best school year ever. Hey, let me know there in the chat box. Welcome Instagram. What's going on? What's going on? Flower Bomb. It's Drea D. Jones. What's going on? Miss Karen from Arlington, Texas. What's going on, Miss Karen? Welcome for being here. And if you seriously believe that this will be your best school year ever, hey, do me a favor in the chat box there. Just give me a few hearts. Show me some love there. And we're going to jump right into this. Now, I am very passionate about academics, and I'm very passionate about making sure that both students and parents have what they need to succeed in school, right? Whether that is in elementary school, middle school, high school, or college, and even grad school, I want to make sure that students and individuals have what they desire. And we're going to talk about some things where college is concerned, and if college is, if it's right for you. Let me make sure my screen here is kind of warped there a little bit. Let me pull this in. But yeah, is college right for you? Karen say, yes, my best school year ever, my best school year ever. What's going on Instagram? And so we want to jump right into it. Is college worth the cost of tuition? Now, let me tell you how this conversation came up. So now, let me remind you that, I'm the guy that has 3 college degrees, right? And I'm the guy that pushed going to college all on scholarships. I'm the guy that, I went down the traditional education path. And this conversation came up because I was talking to some students in my mentorship program, and one of the parent students was in the mentorship program, and they were about to go to college. And we had one student who's not in my mentorship program, who's actually out of high school. They're not in college, and they're sort of, going through life as a young adult. And so the question came up to this parent. It's like, hey, I have one student that's in high school about to go to college, but my other student just sort of like floating around. And I'm thinking to myself, well, is he floating around, or like, is he doing life? And the parent said to me, well, I don't know if that student is college material. And so I thought about it. I was like, like, what do I really believe? Like, do I really believe everyone should go to college? Like, do I really believe that? Or do I feel that, college is for some people and college is not for some people? And so I wanted to take the time to sort of toss out a few thoughts where college is concerned, but I also wanted to take some time to hear from you where college is concerned. Now, I'm a big person where paying for college is concerned. I actually have a book on it, Scholarship Seekers Revealed, where I talk all about college scholarships. And also, in the next few days here, I'm going to be working with some parents. I don't know why that thing does like this. Let's see here. I don't know if it does. I think there's an update or something on my computer. Yeah. We'll fix that later on. But I'm having a 3-day workshop called Scholarships Unleashed. And I call it a Zoom party. This is where I'm going to be working with college-bound students and their parents over the next 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. And if you want information about that, go to kantissimmons.com/unleashed, like Scholarships Unleashed. Well, I'm going to be talking about what you can do as a college-bound student and a parent, as a family, to make sure you have all the money you need for college. And so that's going on this week. If you want to participate with that, just simply go to kantissimmons.com/unleashed. If somebody would, drop it in the chat there for me. Drop it in the chat there for me. So let's talk about yes for college and no for college. Now, I would love to hear all of your feedback. Shout out to Gwen. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to DeAndre. What's going on? Charmaine, welcome, welcome, welcome. And those of you guys that are watching here on the different platforms, hey, let me know where you're watching from. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Let me know there in the chat box. Let me know there in the chat box. All right. Matter of fact, let me know what city you're from. Let me know if you're a student. Let me know you're a parent and where you are tuning in from, because I want to make sure that as I address these things, we're speaking to the right audience with the right mindset, right? Whether I'm speaking to mostly parents or mostly students. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if you've never ever heard my story, I'm the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers. All right. So I'm gonna give you all that I have. What's going on, Charles Hanks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And these 7.25, I'm not gonna call them steps. I'm not gonna call them things that you should do, but these are things to take into consideration whether college is for you or for your student. All right. These are in no particular order. These are just things that have come off of my head and my heart. And I would love for you guys to chime in. What's going on? A true boss lady from Buckhead, Atlanta. What's going on, Buckhead? Of course, I'm from Decatur, where it's greater. What's going on, Roz? Happy birthday, Rosalind. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Focus Chris? All right. So let's talk about this. Things that you want to consider. College yes or college no. And I'm going to actually write these on my little whiteboard here so we can keep up with them. And I want to use this as just a way that we can, have conversations around this, as well as make sure this fits and we can discuss it. All right. So things to consider. Now, I'm from Decatur, Georgia, raised in a middle class, I used to say middle class broke family, Anybody know about being middle class broke, right? And my mom and dad, they really impressed upon me the importance of education. And actually, I was out with my parents for a Sunday dinner. It was at a steakhouse. And my mom and dad was talking about all the stories of their college experience. Now, my mom and dad, they've been married now for 53 years. And they actually met in college freshman year. So they dated 4 years in college, and then they got married. And for another 4 years, they didn't have any kids. And then, they popped my big head out after 4 years of marriage. And because my parents met in school, they went to Albany State University. Growing up, my mom, it was like, get good grades, go to school, get good grades, go to school. That's what I heard, right? And I did just that. I received good grades and I went to school. And here's the cool thing about it. Somebody say, we are at the restaurant that used to be your favorite burger joint in Fairburn. You loved our sweet potato fries. Oh, what's going on? That's when you really know me. You know my favorite restaurant. Yes. Matter of fact, I need to, I've been on this little diet, right? And so that's why I had ordered there. Maybe you got some, I ain't gonna say vegan burgers, but we'll talk about that. True boss lady. That's so funny. What's going on, Nina Watkins? What's going on, Wendy? And so my parents, today we was talking about their experience in college and how that ran over to my experience. And they, pushed on me, get good grades, go to school, right? And do these different things. And so here's one of the things that I feel like if you choose to go to college, or if you say college is not for your student, here are a few things that you want to consider. And here's the first thing. Going to college, you want to consider, will college give you a degree, right? And do you want a degree? And is a degree needed for the field or the career that you want to go into? Now, let me just say this. I was a chemistry major. I went to Norfolk State University. Of course, that's a historically black college in Norfolk, Virginia. And I went to school and got a degree in chemistry. After leaving Norfolk State University, I ended up going to grad school where I got a degree at Lehigh University in polymer science and engineering. And I also got another degree from Georgia Tech in textile fiber engineering. Now, I received these degrees, and one of the things that I'm asking you, if college is a yes or college is a no, is to ask yourself, will this degree open up a door? Right? I believe degrees are like keys to doors. And you see, I wanted to go through the door called research scientist. So I needed the BS degree key. I needed the Masters of Science degree in polymer science engineering key. I also needed the other Masters of Science degree in textile and fiber engineering. And each of these degrees were keys so I could end up in the research scientist career field. And of course, that opened up opportunity for me to work at NASA Langley for many years. And then after working at NASA, I worked with a company called Seba Vision, where I developed new contact lens and new contact lens products. So here's the question that I have you, like, is college for you or not for you or you're a student? You want to ask yourself, do they need a degree for the field, for the career that they're going to go into? All right? Do they need a degree? And, if you've been following anything in society, one of the things that I do know and that I found is that the more you learn in life, the more you realize that you don't know. Yeah, like the more degrees that I, obtain, I realized like the more I learn, it's like the more I needed to continue to learn. And if you are considering if you should go to college or your son or daughter should go to college, you ask yourself, will a degree benefit their future? Will their degree put them on the map or position them to get a higher salary? Now, studies have shown that those who have a college degree versus those who don't have a college degree, traditionally, based on the numbers, most people who have a college degree, they make $1 million or more than a person that doesn't have a college degree. Okay, that's what the numbers have shown. But I ask you, will a degree benefit you or benefit your student over the long run where their future is concerned? Do they need certain keys to get them through the certain doors that they would like to get into? All right. So the first thing you want to consider, hey, go to college or no? Do they need a degree? All right. Do they need a degree? If you guys are feeling that, give me a few hearts here. So you guys are jumping in here. YouTube Live, Facebook Live. I see Instagram Live. Somebody said, I just went back to college to finish my undergrad. Cool. I guess that's Chelsea. What's up, Sincerely Chelsea TV? Yep, give me a few hearts, give me a few likes there. So these are things that you want to consider. Do we need a degree to help us get to a certain level in our career field? Now, the second thing that I believe college, things that you want to consider where college is concerned. I cannot believe I'm sharing this one, but this is going to be really good. So the second thing that you want to consider, do you or your student, do they need discipline? Do they need discipline? Now, let me just keep it real. My first year at Norfolk State University, I remember my mom and dad, we drove from Atlanta up through South Carolina, North Carolina, up into Virginia. My parents dropped me off. We got my dorm room set up. I met my roommate. Matter of fact, my roommate, we were roommates for 4 years. But I remember that very first day, my mom and dad, I think we had like a van, and dropped all my stuff off in the dorm room. And we talked, we hugged, we cried, we kissed, we said goodbyes. And my parents went back home. And like for the first few weeks, with having no one tell you get up, go to bed, brush your teeth, you know, all the things that parents do. Man, that first year, I was just like, bruh, this felt amazing, right? So I'm a church boy, I'm a choir boy, right? So I always went to church. Guess what? That first few weeks of college, I wasn't going to church. I was sleeping good on Sunday, right? I was going to Bedside Baptist. And but the thing that I realized was that I had to start living my college life not based on what my mom or my dad was saying, but I had to, guess what? I had to develop some discipline. Yeah, I had to develop some discipline. So now when we're looking at college, it's like, hey, one of the benefits of going to college is discipline. The discipline of being able to move, being able to train yourself to stay on a schedule, to be where you need it to be. And the cool thing about this is that because you're paying money for college, if you're not disciplined with your time and your energy and what's going on, you're going to eventually be, hey, wasting a lot of time where the college tuition bill is concerned, right? So discipline, I believe, is something that is college worth it? Something to consider is discipline. Even to the point where you look at yourself, or maybe you're a young person, your son or your daughter, and you ask yourself, if they don't go to college and they choose to do something else, whether that's start a job, start their own business, go to the military, like there's only like 3 things you really can do, right? Go to the military, work a job. Well, actually 4. Go to the military, work a job, start a business, or do nothing, right? If you choose not to go to college. And it's all based on your decision. But the question you want to ask yourself, is there an environment around them where they can develop discipline, or they're mature already to walk in discipline? So that's the second thing that you want to consider. Here's the third thing. Now, I feel like this is something that also plays a part in making a decision on college. Yes or no? Decision-making skills. Now you're going to notice that each one of these things start with the D, right? Starts with the D. Decision-making skills. You know, because I spent time in college, and I noticed a lot of students that I mentor and their families, when you are away from your traditional norm, you're developing as a young adult, right? And as a young adult, one of the qualities and skill sets that you should develop is around decision making, right? Decisions on doing this or doing that. Decisions on what class you should take. Now, of course, you have counselors and mentors there on the college campus to help you with the decisions that you do make. But as you're transitioning from a teen to a young adult, decision making is something that's so important, right? Deciding on who I'm going to hang out with, deciding on what activities I'm going to participate with, deciding on, hey, join a fraternity, don't join a fraternity. Decisions on, should I go to the club that night or should I stay in the room? Should I go to the sweat box? Should I partake in, whatever it is? It's all based on decision making. And sometimes when you may not be exposed to the college environment, you still got to make decisions, right? Whether you choose to stay home or go into the military or start your own job or work a job, it boils down to decision making. But asking yourself or talking to your students like, will college put them in a position that they can become a better decision maker? All right. So that's the third thing there. You want to consider a degree. You want to consider discipline and discipline, and decision making. I see many of you guys are chiming here in the chat box. Let me know. Should you go to college? This is just 1, 2, 3. I got 4 more things to consider. Miss Karen says, I'm a proud parent of 5. Okay, Miss Karen. She's a proud parent of 5. I'm trying to get this little line off, Miss Karen. Let me see if I can fix it here. Yeah, there it is, the text margin. I was trying to get that border off. There we go, none. There we go. I just want to get that border off, Yeah, so Miss Karen says she's a proud, there we go, Miss Karen. She says she's a proud parent of 5. 1 went to college and 1 has a great job and is climbing the ladder of success. I'm proud of both of them. The others are still in high school and undecided. Okay, cool. What's up, Tisha Merriweather? She says, depending on your personal career path. Okay. Somebody says, Ms. Watkins says, hey, it's been a while. I guess she's talking to me. She says, daughters are now freshmen in college. And then your next comment is, she needs a little more ... Are you saying that she's a little more, what, disciplined? Is that what you're saying, Ms. Watkins? Let me know there. Charlotte jumps in. She just says no. She just says no, right? Now, honestly, I feel like there isn't a blanket statement or this blanket statement. However, I want to share some things that you want to consider. Okay, so the first thing there is degree. First thing there is discipline, decision making. And another thing that you definitely want to consider is diversity, right? Is diversity. Now, I went to an HBCU. And of course, you can see that I'm all the way black, right? I'm chocolate black. I'm smooth black, right? I'm mocha black, right? But one of the cool things when I say diversity, I'm not just talking about color, race. I'm not just talking about, when I say diversity, I'm not speaking of just race. Because here's the cool thing about college. It's not only diversity where race is concerned, but it's also diversity where beliefs are concerned. It's also diversity where behaviors are concerned. It's diversities where thought processes are concerned. Now, here's the thing that I always ask myself is like, if I didn't go to Norfolk State University, would I think the same way that I think now because of the exposure to other people, right? Just a few weeks ago, I spoke over in Saudi Arabia, and it was my third time speaking internationally. And yeah, it's like you say, it's culture, right? Like the diversity around culture, how people move. And I remember and going to college. So this is so funny. So where I'm from, we would put grits, we would put salt. I would put salt in my grits. Let's find out who put salt in their grits, or you put sugar. in your grits. I was raised on salt in my grits, but it was weird. It's like when I went to college, it was like my roommate and some other people, they were putting sugar in their grits. Now that's diversity, right? Down here in the South during that time period, we bumping like the stuff in the South, right? We bumping the hip hop in the South. When I get to Virginia, they're bumping like Mary J. Matter of fact, I had never ever heard of Mary J. Blige until I went to college. Like where I was from, we weren't bumping Mary J. Blige, but all of the students that was from New York and Flatbush in the house. That's what the people used to say when I used to go to the college parties. They would say Flatbush. I'm like, what is Flatbush, right? But they came from New York down to Virginia. They were bumping all the music from, New York. I was bumping the stuff from the South. But at the end of the day, I learned diversity, and it exposed me to say, all right, Kantis, don't just think the way you think because of your middle class upbringing from the South. And college allowed me to have an open mind where different things are concerned. And because of that open mind, it now prepared me. So when I left Norfolk State, which is a HBCU, I ended up going to Lehigh University, which was all right. Like I think I was like the only spot. I was like the only black dude amongst not only whites, but also students from Asia and in Europe. I remember I had a lot of classmates who were from Thailand, right? But because of what I learned in undergrad and experiencing diversity, not just around race, I was able now to better communicate with those and work with those and have an open mind when I went to undergrad. And when I ended up going to, I went to grad school. And when I went to grad school again at Georgia Tech, it was still diversity there. Even now, when I'm working in other countries, I'm now able to say, all right, cool. Let me listen and understand other individual beliefs or the things that we may have been taught here in America that's not a part of their culture in other countries. Now, because of diversity and learning diversity, I was able to, get through that. And so I do believe that college allows you and exposes you to have this mindset of diversity. Now, here in the chat box, I asked the question like, should you put salt or sugar on your grits? And Miss Wendy says salt. We got one salt. Charlotte says salt. Miss Karen says sugar. Miss Karen says sugar. Like, okay, Miss Karen, what city were you raised in, right? What city were you raised in? Miss Nina says sugar. Here on Instagram, we got a few sugars. Really, sugar? We got salt. Charmaine was like, I don't eat grits. I don't eat grits. It's kind of funny. Like last night I was at this party, my buddy's birthday party, and they had shrimp and grits. So I wasn't really raised on shrimp and grits. We were raised on fish and grits, right? And so the cool thing about this is like, hey, when you're around other people, whether you should go to college or not, are you missing out on areas of diversity because you chose not to go to college? And if you are going to college or choose to go to college, are you going there with the mindset that everybody isn't like you? Whether they look like you or not, it's so important to take diversity into consideration. All right. Shout out to those there in Instagram. If you guys are live, I mean, of course you're live. Give me a few hearts. Give me a few hearts here. If you guys are still with me here on YouTube and Facebook, give me some hearts, some love there. Hit the love button. That way I can feel your love, feel your energy. The sugar person said, one sugar person said, raised in DC. Another sugar person is sugar on grits. From Evansville, Indiana, we use sugar and butter and we drink Pepsi. Now, you know you're wrong for drinking Pepsi. Y'all know what we drink in the South. From the ATL, we drink that Coke. All right? We drink Coke. But I actually like how Pepsi tastes better than Coke. Don't tell nobody. Even though I'm from the Coke City, I actually like how Pepsi tastes better than Coke. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. All right. So let's look at the next thing here. Let's look at the next thing here. So we have, should you consider college? Yes or no? Yeah, we want to take these things into consideration. Degree. We want to take into consideration, will it develop you with discipline? Will college help you with decision-making skills? Will you get to experience diversity there in college? And then the next thing is, now these not in any particular order. The DATIN. Should you go to college? Yes or no? Let me tell you something. I know a lot of people that started dating in college, right? And I feel like at that age, as a young adult, you move into a place where, diversity is going on, right? You get to see other individuals there on the college campus. And let me just be real with y'all, right? So I hope she's not on this Zoom call. Hope she's not on here live. So I had this high school sweetheart, right? And me and the high school sweetheart, like if people from Decatur, they probably know who my girlfriend was there in high school. And I went to Norfolk State University. She went to Florida A&M University. And this was the time period where we would write love notes, right? We would write letters back and forth. And I'll write a letter, put it in the mail, and it'd take probably a whole week to go from Virginia down to Tallahassee at Florida A&M University. And then I would sit there and wait, right? And then she would write back from Florida A&M back to Norfolk State, right? And this is what we call dating, what we call long distance dating, right? This is before the telephone. Y'all remember the telephone back in the day when it was like free after 9 o'clock? Y'all remember that? Remember when it was free after 9 o'clock? Right? Long distance was free. But also, this was like before cell phones. I ain't, telling my age, but it's like before cell phones. And here's the thing about it. We were doing this long distance relationship, and I'm on the college campus seeing some bad women. I went to an HBCU. These women were fine. I'm like, ooh, like diversity was at an all-time high, right? We got the light-skinned sister, we got the heavier sister, got the long hair sister, we got the short sister, we got the developed, bruh. I was just like, ooh wee. And honestly, your boy had a battle. Like I had a battle. It's like, this girl over here, shawty over here, she good looking. But I had my high school sweetheart who decided to go to college at Florida A&M. And so for like the first 2 or 3 months, I was having this battle. And so I told you I was writing love notes, right? Writing love notes. And so I was waiting for my letter back from my high school sweetheart who was going to Florida A&M. And y'all, I got that letter. It was like 2 pages, front and back. And basically, she wanted to end our relationship because she too was having the same battle. Being down at Florida A&M, she started seeing other men. And so she broke up with me, right? She quit me. She quit me, right? She quit me because it was like, we are just teenagers and, we're discovering ourselves and learning ourselves and understanding the dating process. Now, here's how I look at dating. The root word of dating is data, right? The root word of dating is data. And so ideally, when I look at dating data in college, by gathering data, I remember I used to walk across campus and there were some young ladies in my honors program. And back in our day, like we couldn't go past the girls' lobby, right? We couldn't go up in the rooms and stuff. So a good date to get some data was to just sit in front of the dorm house on the steps and just talk, or walk on campus and talk, or maybe go to the movies there on campus and talk, or go off and grab dinner or something, right? But the cool thing about college was that I was able to gather data of other individuals so that I can improve my relationships, right? In discovery of love. How many people on here, let me know, Facebook or Instagram, like, did you find a boo in college? Did you have a boo in college? You know, did you find a boo in college? Now, this is real fun. I hope she's not on this. I shouldn't be telling y'all this. I hope she's not on this live. I know she's one of my Facebook friends. Matter of fact, two of my old, oh my goodness. I shouldn't tell y'all this, right? So there was this girl and, I was gathering, data. I was gathering data. So there was this girl at my college, freshman year, like she was bad. She's still bad. I'm going to give her a shout out. Hopefully I don't get in trouble tonight. But she had the same last name as me, Simmons. And I ain't think about it till like years later, right? She had the same last name as me, Simmons. In my freshman year, like she was so like, she was so like beautiful, right? And we started dating. And at the end of my freshman year, because of finances, she didn't return my second year. So when I came a sophomore, she didn't come back to school. So because she didn't come back to school, I guess by default, she quit me too, right? She didn't come back to school, nor did we, continue. I don't think she was like my girlfriend. We just sort of spent a lot of time together, right? But during that time period, when she didn't come back my sophomore year, your boy opened things up to gather more data, right? And then my sophomore year, I ended up meeting another beautiful young lady. Hope she don't get mad at me. She's married now with kids, all right? And she ended up being my college sweetheart, right? We dated. We, just had a great friendship. Still cool today. Now, here's the funny thing. The girl that left school, who didn't come after my second year, she ended up being best friends with my college sweetheart when she came back to school. Now, it was so funny. I think me and the college sweetheart, we might have been off. You had them off seasons where y'all just break up from each other for a season. So the freshman girl and the sophomore girl linked up, and going into my junior year, they hanging out like they're best friends. And I'm like, wait a minute. Do y'all know that I was dating both of y'all? And that was really funny. But here's the amazing thing about college. College gives you the opportunity to gather data and to get to know like the type of friends that you want in your life. It's about developing great friendships. Now, can you have that at others by not going to college? The answer is yes, right? But I believe that's one of another benefit that you can have by attending college, having the opportunity to experience dating, the dating life, the dating pool, right? So that's another thing there. I see a lot of hearts in the chat box there. I see some laughs. Miss Karen laughing. Miss Karen, what you laughing at? What you laughing at, Miss Karen? Somebody said, Rod said, you had a lot of data. Your boy had a lot of data. I'm a good catch. I was a science major. What's up, Miss Watson? Yeah, I'm a science major, right? And so your boy gathered data. Ain't that right, Miss Watson? Y'all like when men gather data, right? Sometimes men, we gather too much data. And it's crazy, right? Yeah, actually, people laughing. You got to gather that data. Somebody said it's hard to do it all, girl, in college, right? Somebody said you had a lot of data or too much, Oh yeah. I believe in friendships, okay? I believe in friendships. I believe in, who you choose to marry, bro. I think that's the second biggest decision you make in your life, who you choose to marry. It's like, quit laughing at me. Quit being in my business, right? Y'all gathered data too. Don't act like I'm the only one around here gathering data. I seen some of y'all on Tinder. I seen y'all on blackpeoplemeet.com. You know what I'm saying? Don't be judging me. You know, Kristen Mingle, I seen you. Plenty of fish. What you think all these dating apps are for? What you think all these dating apps are for? People are meeting people. And that's why I feel like going to college, it's an opportunity for you to meet people. I feel judged a little bit. Okay, I got a few people like, preach, brother. Okay, cool, preach. All right. So let's look at these D's again real quick here for those that's just jumping on. Here are some things to consider if you should go to college or should you not go to college, and is it worth it? Number one, will it give you a degree that's going to help you in your career? Number two, will it help you with discipline? You know, living by yourself or living as a student, will you be disciplined to matriculate through college? Number three, decision making. Hey, will it help you make wise decisions? Number four, will it expose you to diverse people, diverse situations? Number five, will it put you in a place to date and gather data of other people? And number six, somebody just mentioned it here, you know, something that you want to consider where going to college is concerned, yes or no. And that is around this other D, dollars, right? Dollars, money, moolah. Do you have the resources, the dollars to pay the big college tuition bill? Now, somebody said it here in the chat box, Mr. Hanks, Charles Hanks. He says, Kantis, as a higher ed professional, I have personally witnessed finances or the lack of it affecting students' matriculation in college. Mr. Charles, Mr. Hanks, that is the number one reason I do what I do, right? Scholarship Seekers Revealed. Dollars play a huge part. That's the number one reason that students don't go to college. And the number one reason that students drop out of college is because of money, right? And because of that, that's why I'm always just like not interested, but that's why I have my Scholarship Secrets book and my upcoming 3-day workshop called Scholarships Unleashed, right? And this is where I call it a scholarship party. I call it a Zoom party where for 3 days, I sit down with parents walking through how to apply for FAFSA, right? How to get access to the government's money. Then we talk about how to get access to other people's money. And then we talk, do we have to use your money? All right. And so in this 3-day live Zoom party, we're going to be talking about that. Do you have money for college? And if you don't, what are you doing to find money for college? Do you have the dollars? So when you are considering college, yes or no, you want to really think about, hey, do we have the dollars for it? And if you are a parent and you haven't started working toward gathering their dollars, hey, jump in with us, at the Scholarships Unleashed 3-day Zoom party. You can go to that link there, kantissimmons.com/unleashed. And we're going to be talking about those over those 3 days. I have one coming up here in a few days here. If you go to that link there, you'll see the time period and the days that we're having that. But I want you to start thinking about it. Don't just start thinking about dollars when your son or your daughter is in their senior year. For those of you that have students in middle school, you got students that are in 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade, start thinking about it. A lot of us's, we wait till the last minute around this area. And like Mr. Hank said, that is the number one reason that students don't go to college and the reason students don't go to college. All right? All because of a lack of money. Ms. Watkins says, let's see what she says here. Ms. Watkins says, let me blow it up. Let's blow it up there. She says, thanks to listening to you and your book, freshman year is paid by scholarships. Now working on the next year room and board, tuition covered by the college. Thank God. Let me get some applause here. Yeah, get some applause here. I love hearing testimonials, right? I remember Miss Watkins sent you the book and you've always jumped on here, but she says this, because she listened to the steps there, and this book here, Scholarship Seekers Revealed, you can get it at my website at kantissimmons.com, right? All the freshman year was paid by scholarships. Now in the second year, they're working on room and board, tuition covered by the college, thank God, right? Thank God. So, yeah. So you want to consider, is college right for you? Another thing that you want to consider is, where are the dollars? Are the dollars? Okay? So again, the first one is degree. Second one is discipline, decision making, diversity, dating, dollars. And here's the last one. Well, here's the seventh one. Here's the seventh one. The seventh one is, will college allow you to discovery? Am I spelling out discovery? Right? Discovery. Are there certain things that you can discover about yourself, or your student can discover about themselves when they go away to college? Now, this personally, everybody's different. However, in those young adult age brackets, like from 17 to 25, 17 to 26, let's just be real. We were all in a phase of discovering ourselves, right? Discovering ourselves. And as a young adult, you probably don't have all the answers yet, right? And I believe college can help you on the road of discovery. You know, it's quite okay for a student to change their college degree. Like, how many of you guys on this live have changed your college degree one time or another, right? It's all in discovery. Most people on average change their college major. Their college major 3 or 4 times, right? It's all a part of discovery. And I believe that by exposing your student, or being able to give them a thumbs up on that, right? Exposure is everything. Like, if you're taking the time you're on a college campus and maybe you're majoring in one thing or looking at another field, you're discovering what you like. You're discovering who you are. You're discovering what drives you. You're discovering what moves you. You're discovering what field you want to go into. You find the skills and the things that you love to do, and you realize you got a skill set for a certain thing. I think discovery plays a huge part in this aspect of determining, should you go to college or should you not go to college? Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. How many of you have actually, give me a few hearts there, a few likes there. Like, how many of you have actually changed your mind, or you discovered some things about you while in college, for those that, did go to college? Now, I'm not saying you can't discover things about you if you choose to go into the military or choose to start a business or start your own career, but it's something that you want to take into consideration. If you choose to go to college, if you choose to go into another field, if you choose to start a job, are you positioning yourself to discover the authentic you? Now, here's the reality of it. A lot of times people don't buckle down in discovering what they really like and what they really want to do at a young age. And guess what? As you're getting older and older and older, it's like, man, after all these years, I'm still not really sure what I want to do. It's different for us all, but at the same time, I believe college there will propel you for that. I just gave you 7 things: degree, discipline, decision making, diversity, dating, dollars, and discovery. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's 7. I'm the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers, so let me give some love to my nub and give you guys this 8th one, or the 7.25th one, right? Here's another thing that you want to consider. After degree, after discipline, after diversity, after decision making, after dating, after dollars, after discovery, you want to consider, will college lead you to your destiny? Will it lead you to your destiny? Now, I'm a Christian. I'm a God believer. And I believe that we all have things that we are destined to do and destined to accomplish. And the question that you want to ask yourself and have conversations with your student is, deep down inside, through prayer, through reflection, through meditation, through seeking, is college a part of my destiny? Is college a part of what I should be doing on my path of life? It's not a right or wrong answer. It's something to consider. I believe that we all are headed towards a destination. And I don't feel like there's one destination in life, but I feel like a part of destiny is a culmination of all the roads that we take, as well as the people that we meet and the encounters that we have. And when we put these things together now, it's a journey. It's a journey of life. And at the end of life, have we experienced and done all the things that we were destined and purposed to do? When I think about this cup right here, it's a red cup. It's not like alcohol, and I think I had some water or something. And what's the destiny of this cup? Like, this cup is not trying to be this microphone. This microphone not trying to be this cup. This cup is not trying to be this light. At the end of the day, the microphone has a purpose. The lights have a purpose. That cup has a purpose. And I believe everyone here on this live, like, you have a purpose. And the purpose that you have, is college a part of that purpose? And will college now lead you to the destiny around that purpose? Is college worth it? Yes or no? Is paying for college worth it? Now, let me say this. If you are, just like we talked about earlier, if you are going to go to college, you want to make sure that on average it's about about $40,000 a year for 1 year of college. Right? You take the 40,000, multiply by 4 or 5 years in school. That's anywhere from 160,000 to 200,000 plus for a college degree. Now, if you choose to go to college and you look at the tuition and everything that goes into it, you want to make sure you come out on the backside where you can find a career that will be able to take care of that big college tuition bill. You want to see, hey, if I invested this much in college, what's my return on investment? And actually, we're going to talk more about that, this coming week in our Scholarships Unleashed program. But ideally, we want to take the time to be serious about this decision, not be lackadaisical or just say, hey, go to college because I said so, or go to college because mom and daddy went to college. All right. I think my thing is overheating here. Let me see if I can get some more juice out of it. Let's see, there it is. So at the end of the day, we want to ask ourselves, is college right for us? And should we seriously pursue it? All right. Somebody just said here, will your scholarship workshop cater to both adults, continuing education, and young adults? Yes, both. I'm pursuing my master's and also support my 5 grandchildren. I changed my master's 30 years later. Okay, Miss Karen. Hey, for the sake of your family and your 5 grandkids, you should definitely jump on there. Again, if you want to participate with that, simply go to KantisSimmons.com/unleashed. KantisSimmons.com/unleashed to join us for our upcoming Scholarships Unleashed program. Somebody else just said something, scholarships are crucial. It's so expensive. Student loan debt is no joke. Please choose wisely. Yeah, definitely choose wisely. And hopefully, if there's any way that I can support you and your household where this is concerned, hey, would definitely love to do that. For those of you who would love a copy of my book, Scholarship Seekers Revealed, just simply go over to kantissimmons.com. As a matter of fact, for those of you who choose to jump on our 3-day Zoom party, or our 3-day scholarship party, not only do we get access to the 3-day training, the 3 days where we're working virtually through the entire process, but I also send you my Scholarship Seekers Revealed book in the mail, along with the workbook and organizer. I believe that to get scholarships, you must be organized, like Ms. Nina, and she's working through the process. And at the end of the day, if you don't plan to find money for college now, you're going to be needing a plan after you come out of college or while you're in college to pay the big college tuition bill. And I'm all about being proactive. We're going to talk about GM plus OM plus YM on this 3-day workshop. That's the government's money plus other people's money plus your money is how you pay the big college tuition bill. All right, so thank you guys so much for jumping on this live here. College, is it worth it? Yes or no? Now, based on what I shared tonight, hopefully you take the time to have conversations with your family, with your student. You know, will college give me a degree? Will college help me with the disciplines that I need? Will college help me become a better decision maker? Will college help me with diversity and understanding how to communicate with other people? Will college improve my dating life, you know, around gathering data with friendships and relationships? And will college help me discover my destiny? And lastly, do I have the dollars to pay the big college tuition bill? It's up to you. It's up to your family, but definitely have those conversations. All right. Listen, I'm Kantis Simmons. Let me know that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys enjoyed this, give me a few hearts, give me some likes, give me some love. Drop a comment down here if you're watching this on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Hey, click that subscribe button, click that follow button. Every Sunday, we're going to start back our Sunday school series. I know it's Sunday, it's school, it's like motivation for the rest of the week. You get it like Sunday school. You know, it's probably some of y'all who went to the Baptist church called Sunday school something else. But this is Sunday School with Kantis Simmons. If you want to go back to watch the live, just jump over to kantissimmons.com. What's up? Is that Antonia? Welcome. Angela Carter, welcome. DJ D-Tree, what's up, sir? Jump on over there, and you can watch the live there on my YouTube page at Kantis Simmons. Just Google my name there in YouTube, and you should be able to find this. Thank you guys so much. Miss Pamela said, thank you, Miss Pamela, for jumping on with us. Miss Nina, as always, thank you for jumping on. Always useful information. I'm actually going to shut this thing down. It says my camera is overheating, maybe because I've been on the entire time here. And yeah, about to shut this thing off. Can you drop that link in the chat? Yeah, I can drop that link in the chat. Let's see if it comes in here. kantissimmons.com/unleashed. Let me grab it here and just copy it here in the chat box. Unleashed. Let's see if that works for us. There we go. Yeah, I'll tag it in the feed. Looks like Miss Karen, you're there in YouTube, and I will drop it in. Let me drop it the other way too in YouTube. That way, the link is clickable, and I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in description here, and there we go. Yeah, there we go. I dropped it in the link again. You guys can see it there. Listen, if there's any way I can help and support you, listen, I'm here to do that. What's going on, Student Life 101? Keep up the great work. Full Court Vision, what's up, sir? And yeah, keep up the good work. Remember this, there's only one game in life that counts, and that is to play your A game. Hey, I'm Kantis Simmons. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.